Hello, Taurus friends. I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my Taurus May 2025 Astrology Horoscope forecast. Well, this is going to be quite a month. We've got very exciting things to celebrate. I'll just lay some of those out right here at the beginning. March and April may have been one of the most, or two of the most intense months of the whole year and the whole year to come. And now May, we're starting to settle down from those eclipse dramas and changes, integrating into a new normal. So that's one very important point to know as we get into May. Also, we have 5 times the amount of wonderful aspects compared to salty ones. So our sweet aspect ratio is much higher than usual, which means lots of great connections between the planets and just things kind of moving in a much more smooth fashion than we have had with all of the intensity. And then maybe some of the biggest news is that after 9 months of waiting for personal planet retrogrades, Mercury and Mars and Venus, all of this inward and backward and having to wait on the shore while the tides were coming in to see what the tides brought you when all you wanted to do was go and make things happen, now the tides have switched. The tides have changed and they are now headed out. All the planets are going direct, except Pluto will start to shift, going retrograde, but Pluto is retrograde a great deal of the time, so this is not going to detract from our forward movement party. Venus will get out of the post-retrograde shadow period on May 17th, so the whole second half of May and all of June is completely clear of personal planet retrogrades, of the shadow periods, while we still have these outer planets going direct. So if you have been waiting for something to move forward, if there has been stagnation, if things are moving slowly, if every time you're trying to do something, you're met with obstacles, now is the time for things to move forward. So that is the type of energy that we're moving into this month. Plus, we've got lots more things to talk about. And of course, that checklist that I promised you. This is for you if Taurus is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Taurus placement you're listening for. What I'm going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. Very late degree Taurus friends, so birthdays like May 15th through the rest of the sign. Or Taurus degrees, 23 degrees through the rest of the sign. I suggest you additionally listen to my Gemini report, as your very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. Okay, so besides all of this greatness that I've already listed, I'm going to talk about some other exciting things. Lots of energy in Aries still, which means that you're going to be ready to take action. All right, so Aries is the baby of the zodiac. It can be impulsive, but it's inspired and motivated. It's very vital. So with short-term Venus there, short-term Mercury there, now Neptune entering the scene for the first time since the late 1800s, and Chiron there for a long time, Eris there for a very long time. There's a short-term and long-term Aries party, and this is bringing the motivation that will match with this forward movement to take your life by the horns and, and become an active participant in your life. So you will be feeling that. Now, as all of those energies are brewing, they are loading up your 12th house. So I'm going to give you a 12th house checklist. This energy is activating your subconscious mind, your hidden strengths, and can precipitate very, very deep inner healing. This can be a major time of spiritual breakthroughs, of personal transformation. And as you are at birthday time here, it also can bring you face to face with the things that you don't want so that you can use your birthday wishes to wish in the things that you do want. And if Taurus is not your birth sign, if it's another placement, then you'll still have the sun cross over that placement. And it's a time for setting intentions. So sometimes we can best set intentions by knowing what we don't want. We might not know exactly what we want, but we know what we don't want. And those things will be getting very clear at this time. So your checklist for taking advantage of all of this energy in this 12th house, in the sign of Aries, is to let go of old patterns and past baggage. This energy is about closure. This is about releasing what no longer serves you. The eclipses may have helped you out there and burnt off a lot of karma. And now you're looking at some loose ends that really just need to be cut off and dealt with. Something else on your checklist to make the most of this energy is to pay attention to your dreams and intuitive messages. This 12th house is the hidden quiet space of that, lesser seen world. And Aries is the spark that lights up individuation. From the cosmic soup of Pisces, is born the Aries individual spark, and that starts the cosmic wheel going all around again. So Aries in this space can spark revelations. Make sure to write them down. Keep a dream journal. You may be surprised at the things that come through. Something else on your checklist to make the most of this energy is to take a break from external noise and reconnect with yourself and nature. Solitude is definitely going to help you bring that clarity that you need right now, because you have a lot of oomph from forward movement. So to be very clear about what to take action on, you may have to dip into a quiet space, and you may need freedom from other people's energy fields to really, really get clear about this right now. Okay, something else I have on your checklist is to do whatever you can to clear through emotional, mental, and physical clutter. A little bit of a detox from digital things, a little bit of a detox from toxic people and habits and limiting beliefs, so that you can start to get to a state of what feels more true for you, because we have so much of other people's stuff in our energy field. Sometimes we lose touch with that. And this is a time to get clear about that. You're basically resting before your big rebirth. So this is this preparation phase before the major personal upgrade. Okay, so a lot of fears and self-doubt may come up because of the 12th house movement. But Aries energy wants you to trust yourself and stop overthinking. All of this energy also can help you to heal hidden wounds through movement and action and commitment and getting all in with something. Something else that's buoying here is Chiron on the days around the 18th is going to make a beautiful angle, the angle of opportunity, with expansive Jupiter. So any things that you come up with that are no longer serving you, or things that have been hurtful or a pain to you or a wound or interfering with having the life that you want, Jupiter in this configuration can help you clear it out. And it's not only happening in the days around the 18th. That's when it's exact. That's when it's most potent. But this connection is so strong that you will feel this in April. You will feel this in all of May. You will feel this in all of June. Because when outer planets come into configuration with each other, that's a long-term process. So this is all happening. And specifically, there's a lot of energy of this accentuating your money house. So you may come to some realizations that allow you to become more financially secure with this epic transit. And if you have to do something business-wise or with money, the days around the 18th are going to anchor in this amazing aspect. Something else on this checklist I have for you is to really tune into and trust the universe's timing. Not everything needs immediate answers. Trust the unfolding, but you may have sparks of answers come through with these Aries, these Aries energies. This is a time to break free from sabotaging patterns. So anything you have to do, psychological healing, spiritual healing, hypnosis, meditation. If something keeps repeating, it's time to face it head on and use those Aries energies to do that. So basically what you're doing now is you're preparing for your personal rebirth, when the energy is going to shift into the first house, as we're going to get to next. The big changes are coming, and you may need a little rest and a little focus in order to usher in this energy. All right, so at the same time as all of this is happening, we've got Jupiter ending its cycle through your second house. It's been there since May of 2024, and hopefully many of you have noticed expanding of your finances, getting more in touch with your material comforts, and for many of you it could be the connection to the earth, accessing material items that you've really wanted that have value to you. And you've got a little longer before Jupiter moves into the next place. So take advantage of that. If you have to plant seeds or do something for your finances, take advantage of Jupiter's energy in this second house. Now, the sun is already in Taurus. Hygeia is already in Taurus. Venus will get there. Mercury will get there. Venus will get there. And then we'll have a Taurus stellium, a Taurus party. And that's going to move through your first house of Aries. So even these Taurus placements are accentuating the energy of autonomy, of independence, of boldness, of, new starts. And this is very you focused. This is focused on your physical body, on your independence, on your authority, on, you having dominion in your body and your space. And, it's a time of self-reinvention. So as all of these placements move through Taurus, they're going to help you to have clarity about the steps that you need to take to bring the things that you want into reality. Solar return is when the sun gets to the same place in the sky that it was at when you were born. The universe is especially receptive to your wishes at this time, so don't squander your birthday wishes. And if you're having another movement of the sun over a different placement of Taurus, then this is definitely a time for setting intentions. All right, so your checklist for the stellium moving through the Aries house in the sign of Taurus is to celebrate yourself. This is a time for you to think about the year ahead, reflect on the year previously, and celebrate your victories. This can be a time to reinvent your look. And now that we're getting out of the Venus energy, especially in the second half of May, those bigger things that you were trying to do, with your appearance, your updating your look, getting your wardrobe, the energy starting to get ripe and ready for those bigger decisions. Style, mindset, confidence. It's a great physical upgrade. Your health. You may be investing some resources into getting back into vibrant health or expanding your health further. Something else on the checklist here is to do what you can to take the lead in your own life. If responsibilities and work have gotten you down, just take a little time to tune in to see what can keep you refreshed and what can get you back on track. You may be stepping into the spotlight. The first house often makes eyes on you. So, it's a time to definitely be real about what you want and to use the attention that comes to you in ways that can be long lasting. Also on your checklist is to invest in yourself. This is very much, as I said, you oriented. And there may be things, whether it's education, business, personal growth, that you may have to invest some resources in because you are your greatest investment. This can also have to do with boundaries. Remember, this is your physical space. You're the priority right now. So notice where your energy is draining. If you think of yourself as an energy field, because you really are an energy field, and think about the same way a sack of rice would drain if there was a hole cut into it. And as you're walking carrying the sack of rice, that rice is, falling out all over the place and the bag is getting empty. That's how your energy field is when there are people plugged into it or situations plugged into it that are draining it constantly. So this is all about renewal and finding the things that are taking the energy from you, maybe the best way to build your energy back up. Sometimes we do all of this work to try to build energy back up when just disconnecting from something that's taking it may be the best way to boost it and the easiest and quickest way. Something else on your checklist is to start a project that reflects who you're becoming, who you want to be. This is fresh start time, and anything that you can spend time doing about what you're trying to become. And even this faking it till you make it, calling yourself something as you're creating that in yourself. Just letting your subconscious mind know, your reticular activating system know you want to be known for these certain things, and then it will stop filtering out anything that will help you. Okay, so those are the things on my checklist. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, let me give you a few dates. Okay, so I gave you the 17th, Venus is done, 18th. All right, so we've got the full moon in Scorpio and the days around May 12th. That's 22 degrees of Scorpio full moon. The new moon at 6 degrees of Gemini. Or actually, before I skip past that, that Scorpio full moon may bring elucidation, culmination to relationships, deep relationships, any kind of relationships, because for Taurus, this lights up your 7th house of relationships, and Scorpio itself represents deep relationships. So look for something notable to come out, a hidden piece of information, an opportunity that's finally presenting, something manifesting within your relationship space that you've been working on, or just simply drama. All right, it'll be focusing there. Now, that's in the days around the 12th. In the days around the 26th, the new moon in Gemini may send you packing, may send you buying a new car or a new device, upgrading something, upgrading your communication, publishing, speaking. interacting with relatives, all of those things are brought up very strongly. Aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces, all of those relatives are Gemini related. And then, of course, you also have Mars activating the fourth house. So you may find that you're very focused on home and family and housing as obsessive Mars rolls through that space. If you like the dates, definitely go to AnnieHelpsYou.com and have my date wonderland by opening the welcome letter that comes in your inbox, clicking on the archive link, going to the search bar and putting in May 2025 astrology. That will get you to my monthly written star report. You'll see my sweet and salty dates. You'll see my favorite ones, what you can do with that energy, the ones to be most awareful and careful of, and any dates with aspects that can go either way and how you can make the most of them. I spent a lot of time writing that report. So, you can really benefit from that. So you can get that there. Also, you can get lots of other goodies, and you do get early access to my content. Now, we've got a lot of outer planets moving. I don't remember if I mentioned that I did actually do a separate, we've got Neptune just recently moved into Aries, the first time in 14 years, the first time in Aries since the late 1800s. I did do a special report on this, podcast and video. Just look for Neptune in Aries. There are a lot of general pieces of information for all signs, but I also did timestamp some sign-specific things as well. So if you want, what I was going to say, Uranus is going to change signs this year. Neptune's changing signs. Saturn will change signs early next year. Pluto recently changed signs. Jupiter's going to change signs. So if you want to understand what is going on with these outer planets, what lessons are leaving that you can grasp here at the end, where are the planets going, what kinds of things are those lessons going to bring, and the timelines for them in the general transits, and then drill down into your personal chart. What houses are these new placements moving through for you, and how long will they be there, and what can you expect? Go to AnnieBClarity.com, Annie, the letter B, Clarity.com, to see my personalized outer planet transit report. If you like how I teach and you want to learn, go to beastropro.com, beastropro.com, to see my astrology certification course. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.